Hey RMU, it's Paul Gaszak, Dean of Academic Engagement, here behind the camera to introduce you to some of the new features and furniture of the EbL Lab, which is 125B on the Chicago campus. And of course, EbL stands for Experience-Based Learning. Now let's talk about this space and how it's evolved. So the whole purpose of this space and why it was created was to have a student-centered, collaborative, active space where you can bring your students down here and they can move, they can engage with one another, they can do all kinds of activities together that they wouldn't necessarily be able to do in a normal classroom setting. It also takes the focus off of the instructor, and so instead of all the students sitting down and facing forward, they're moving around, sitting in different formations. It's a different learning environment. So before I show you the new stuff, let me scan over real quickly to look at this old stuff. Here's the stuff that's going to be moving out of this space very, very soon. It's old, it's big, it's nice, but it's clunky and it's not as mobile as we need it to be. So we got some new stuff in the space, and let's take a big, quick overview of what's in here now. So we got a whole bunch of new furniture in the space. The stuff that you're seeing right now, this should look familiar to you if you've been down in the EbL Lab. It's also furniture that's been repurposed from other locations on the Chicago campus. But as we move over here, let's take a look at these new tables right here. These tables, there are 4 of them in the EbL Lab, and they are all on rollers, so you can move them around very, very easily. They also connect up, so you can push 2 together to form one wide table or one long table. You can push 3 together, or you can push all 4 together to have a conference table. So they're very, very mobile. It hardly takes anything more than a finger to push these things around when the wheels are unlocked. Over here, these new big standing height tables, these also, there's 3 of them, these also connect, and they're not on wheels, but they're very, very light, and they're very easy to push just by 1 person, 2 people, very, very easy. You can connect these as well. They're standing height tables, and they've got little space underneath there as well where you can store things. And down here, you see the new stools. You might recognize these because we've had a couple on campus already. And again, these things, they wobble. And so they look unstable, but they're very stable. And what's so great about them is when you sit on them, it allows you a little bit of mobility. So you don't feel like you're stiff and stuck on top of something. You can move around. And because they're sort of just above floor height, they're very, very nice for sitting together in groups or for using while students are writing on all of this whiteboard space toward the floor that we've got. So again, we've got all this whiteboard wall, and we've got the pillar right there as well. So tons of places for students to document stuff that they're working on, including these paper rolls that are on 2 of the different tables. And we have all of these carts with markers, post-it notes, loose leaf paper, and so on. Coming over here, this looks like a standing height table, and it is right now, but over here you see this little trigger. You can pull that up, and this table will go up and down. So it's standing height and sitting height. It is adjustable. Over here in the corner, what's new? See those 2 giant blue things? Those are beanbag chairs. That's what students said they wanted. Several faculty said they wanted them, and we got them, and they are super comfortable. And there's some more of those stools that are at the same height as the beanbag chairs. And those 3 white tables, they are writable, so you can write with Expo markers on top of them. Now, final feature that's brand new to the EbL Lab, we're documenting EbL. We want to make sure everybody knows about EbL experiences. So here is the wall of EbL on the back side of the entry pillar. Right here, these are pictures submitted by various faculty and staff EbL experiences that have been happening over the last several years. Over 130, maybe more than that even, different pictures that have happened at multiple different campuses. So I know that there's Chicago, Peoria, Springfield, Lake County, Elgin, Orland Park are all represented in this collection of pictures. And as more things happen, more pictures are going to go up because we've got more space to fill on this pillar and all around this cave over here. So let's keep having great EbL activities in our classrooms and celebrate them with our students in our university. Thanks everybody, and as always, if you have any questions about the EbL Lab, how to use it, how to reserve it, best practices, how to implement it in your classroom, feel free to reach out at me at pgaszak@robertmorris.edu or stop by and see me on the Chicago campus in Suite 300. Thanks everybody.